As most of you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a recent survey just found that only 1/3 of women across the United States are aware that the density of a woman's breast impacts the risk of developing breast cancer. This morning, Sheryl Crow joins us today, along with leading OBGYN Dr. DeCarla Albright. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Sheryl, let's start with you. You are a breast cancer survivor. I would imagine that way back in the day, you never thought that this would be your story, but here you are encouraging other women. What are your thoughts today as you're now a couple years past this, but yet you hear statistics like these, that there's still a lot of misinformation out there?
Yeah, I'm 12 years out, and I would never have thought in a million years I would be a breast cancer survivor or ever have breast cancer. I walked in for my yearly mammogram, which I was dreading and putting off, and I wound up a few days later finding out I had invasive cancer. I had no family history. I was very healthy, very fit. And, you know, I from that moment on, my life felt different and has continued to feel different. But it's also put me in sort of a rarefied position to be able to talk about the importance of getting a mammogram starting at age 40 and doing it yearly and knowing your family history and also the terrain of your breast. I have dense breast, and I could never have known that had I not had a mammogram, and at that time it was a 2D. Now we have 3D technology, which is so far superior and can mean the difference in early detection or a more challenging situation. So, you know, it's wonderful for me to be able to talk to the moms and the daughters and the sisters and the grandmothers who are in my fan base and really encourage them to arm themselves with as much information out there and be diligent about advocating for their own health.
Well, and doctor, let's bring you in here because it's got to be, you know, awesome to have Sheryl Crow here sitting beside you, because this is an uncomfortable topic, I think, to bring up. I think there are still a lot of women, young women, that don't want to talk about this. Certainly the density of their breasts, correct?
That's absolutely correct. I think the big point, you know, is that people don't always really know about the density. You know, we can't assume from the size or shape of our breast that, you know, whether our breasts are very dense or not. You really learn that through mammogram. That's the only way to detect it. You know, it simply means that you just have more fibrous and glandular tissue in your breast, and unfortunately that shows up whiter on a mammogram, and cancer does as well. So it definitely can make cancer detection more difficult. But Sheryl's story is the one we need to hear. You know, she had no risk factors. She just had breasts. That's all we need for breast cancer. And, you know, that's the big take-home point. You know, get your screening so that you know that, one, you're okay, and two, start talking to your doctor about whether or not density is reported on your mammogram so you can be armed with that information and advocate for yourself going forward.
And obviously get those mammograms. Well, Sheryl, I can't let you go real quick about talking kind of what's the future with you as well. Say It Ain't So. Is there talk of this possibly being your last album you're working on?
There is talk of that. Yes, I've just completed a record that I've spent a couple of years working on. I know. It doesn't mean I'm not going to make music anymore, but, you know, it's funny. A newspaper that comes out, you know, in the morning by 3:30 is obsolete. Now I feel that way about music, where it's great to be able to write a song and put it out rather than having to wait until the end of making a complete and total artistic statement that might make you, you know, take you eight or 10 months to make. So, and this record is very collaborative with all my heroes, from Keith Richards to Stevie Nicks to Don Henley to Joe Walsh to, I mean, Willie Nelson, so many people that I love that it would be very difficult to follow it up.
Well, we can't wait to hear the new music. Don't let that be the end of it. And again, thanks for spending some time with us this morning, encouraging women to get those mammograms as well. Thank you both.
Thank you so much.